Hey guys, kinggath here to talk about the Industrial Revolution. In this video, I want to go over the new plot types that were introduced with patch 2.0 and the Industrial Revolution. This first one is the Recreational Plot. The Recreational Plot creates buildings that give your settlers fun things to do, and they directly impact happiness. So the happiness gained from a Recreational Plot will be far greater than things like a commercial bar or clinic, and as you upgrade it, it will add more and more happiness to your settlement. Now, the only requirements to upgrade a Recreational Plot are a full defense meter, and having electricity and a plot owner. So you have to have somebody to keep these up. Otherwise, they're not tied into any of the other meters. Now, there is one thing with the new recreation plot. By default, it only comes with one building model. That was intentional, but more will be added in the future, and I know that some of the add-on authors out there are already conceiving new ideas to add to this plot. Next, I want to show you the Marshall plot, which represents defense and security in your settlements. Just like every other building, it's got 3 upgrade levels, so as it upgrades, it will provide you with more and more defense. Now, with the Industrial Revolution, it initially comes with just one on the 1x1 Marshall plot, one building design available, but I know that some of the add-on authors are already pushing out updates to add buildings to the 2x2 Marshall plot, which is also available, but will only show up if you have a mod that supports it. Now, in the future, I will continue to add additional buildings, but to start out of the box, there is just the one model that you're seeing in front of us here. This is the current level 1. Now, these guard posts and things are designed to provide far more defense than you could get in vanilla, to encourage using guards as opposed to just spamming turrets. Marshall plots follow the same upgrade pattern as most buildings in that they require power, they must have someone working them, you've got to have a reasonable happiness level, but they also have one unique requirement, and that's that you have to have a certain number of industrial plots in your settlement in order to upgrade them. So to get to level 2, you need to have at least 3 industrial plots in your settlement. And in order to get to level 3, you have to have at least 5 industrial plots in your settlement. Now, the logic behind that is that as these guard posts upgrade, they'll start integrating new technology, which is represented by your industrial level. Now, because these provide so much more defense than a vanilla guard post, even if you can't upgrade them, they'll still have a huge positive impact on your settlement. The last plot type to cover is the Advanced Industrial. Now, the biggest thing to cover here is what is the major difference between Advanced Industrial and regular Industrial. And the key difference comes in the time of your gameplay that you should be building each. The Industrial Plot basics are designed to be used throughout your playthrough, so you could use them early on to generate more scrap so that you can continue to build up your settlement. The Advanced Industrial have a much higher impact on all of your settlers' needs. They require far more defense and power, and some of them even require extra water. The idea behind Advanced Industrial is that over time, as your settlement becomes more of a thriving city, you'll start knocking down those old basic industrial and upgrading them to Advanced Industrial to gain access to the higher-end technologies. The other big incentive to use the early industrial plots and then switch to advanced later is that at a per unit basis, the basic industrial plot will actually create you more units of junk than the advanced industrial plots will create you of specific items. So early on, when you just need stuff, you're going to get more out of these. And then later on, when you can afford to focus your settlement onto specific trades, you can do things like swap them out for things like the lumberyard to generate specifically wood. Upgrading Advanced Industrial is the same as upgrading regular Industrial in the sense that it requires a full defense meter, someone working it, the plot needs to be powered, and then you have to have a certain level of happiness, which you can find on the wiki. Now, the biggest difference in upgrade is the time it takes. Advanced Industrial takes twice the time of a normal plot to upgrade, though there are ways you can speed it up, which is covered in the stockpile video. Alright, you should now have an understanding of the new plot types and how they affect your settlement. In the next video, I'll go over the stockpile system, which is a way you can accelerate the rate that your advanced industrial plots will upgrade.